can see how long it's gonna take.
Oh guys, I don't know about you, but it has been a too long of a irrigation season. At the beginning there, we were picking up pipe. It was me and my family, but we all kind of got our groups, our fields that we take care of, and so like Tom and his family take care of, they'll go pick up some pipe. John and Brittany, or John and his wife, they'll go pick up some pipe. But today, my brother's getting a truck ready. We're gonna have my nieces and nephews kind of finish cleaning out the bottoms of the bins. We got them pretty well with the sweep auger cleaned out. What we do is we have the older guys, they'll go in, haul as much as they can and get it down those sweep augers inside. We'll get low, and then we'll just have the nieces and nephews go in there quickly, clean up that floor and get that done. Usually if I was doing it myself, I would clean up that floor as the sweep went around. That's typically how we do it, and usually we got the older guys hauling corn for us. We don't make them do that stuff, so we just try to get a decent crew and sweep them out, get them ready for putting fresh corn in. But right now we started, this is my brother's machine. On our farm, lately we've been running machines 2 years, and on the second year we kind of take care of some of the repairs. What we'll do, we'll take it down, have it inspected, and anything kind of major or something we don't want to do that's kind of finicky, that we're not really good at, we'll have them do it, and then we'll get the list, bring it back here, and go through the stuff that we can kind of do, which sometimes isn't much, but we try. We try. Like, I mean, you got a lot of simple things like just replacing chains, belts, kind of busy work, more or less. I know my brother was doing these. He replaced the auger chain. Also, the fountain auger up there, or the grain tank auger that fills the top of it, we replaced it. My brother did yesterday. I know in videos past you've seen me do it, so nothing really groundbreaking here. One thing that we're doing, my brother John was working on yesterday, was these fins, and I kind of finished it up because we ran out of bolts. We had these bolts, we kind of had some go missing, so I had to find some, but we're putting new paddles. This is the spreader that goes in the back. This is what spreads all your chaff and all your crap out the back, which is kind of important because in a low till or minimum till, no till, strip till setting, you want that as evenly distributed as you can. And so another thing we're gonna do is change out these chopper knives. As you can see, they're just getting a little wore. If we're conventional till, it might be something we would maybe leave, but you know that the mechanic there said that's up to us. Basically, he said they could run. We want that chopped up nice, especially if you get into green stem beans. You want to really grind those up just so it's easier to plant into if we no-till into that next year. So residue management kind of starts here, next year kind of starts here, and everything else. So that's something else, like what we run on our heads. We'll go over that. But no, actually, I had a little bit of video, but then I lost it. We actually picked about 75 acres of dry land the other day. My combine's sitting over here. It did 80 bushel an acre, which isn't great normally, but it kind of surprised us considering this year it hasn't rained hardly anything. And so anything's kind of a small victory. We got that field out just because it was starting to, you know, it was ready to go. It was 16% moisture. That's kind of what we got going on right now. Maybe we'll go check out to see the nieces and nephews cleaning out a grain bin here later. But I'm going to pop this thing back on now and start changing out these chopper knives. And a little fun fact about these while we're here is, say if you only have one of these break and go out, when you replace these, you always want to replace this one and then the one on the other side of it, which would be somewhere over here, because it's a balancing thing. If you just change one side and then put new ones on the other side, well, that weight isn't going to be the same, and it's going to sit there and vibrate your chopper and cause all kinds of problems. So whenever you replace one knife, or say these two knives, you always want to do the other side at least. Don't ask me how I know. But let's throw this guy on. Got her on. Sorry, I missed it. Somebody showed up. It's the way it goes. But I also got started on these knives. Replaced them. Bad. Good. I just go around and roll that reel around and try to get some high quality footage here. Hey there, neighbor. Let's see if these kids are actually getting some work done. Where's the girls? So how do you run that scoop?
Yeah. And then
So we got started picking a little corn here today, and what this is going to be for is for a feedlot. So we call this wet corn. The reason why is because we're picking the moisture at a higher, we're picking the corn at a higher moisture content. Typically we dry corn on a normal harvest, we're picking it anywhere from, or the goal is to pick it anywhere from 15 to 20% probably, but right now we're picking it, it's a little on the weather side. It's averaging 28%. And the reason why is we'll send this to a feedlot. They're gonna grind it up. They're gonna run it through a roller grinder, and what they're gonna do is they're gonna shove that into a big pile and then pack it with a bunch of tractors, kind of like they would a silage pile. And they use that for feed to finish out cattle for what you and I eat. This is a pretty much direct-to-market process right here. This is going only about 15 miles away. But it's also a good way to get started on some corn. It's slower, just because running that through the combine, it's a little tougher to get off the cob. Leaves are a little green. We're running about 30% moisture. That's typically we like to go a little, 28's about the max we like to go, but for this situation we want to get this field out so we can get some cattle. Well, my dad and brother want to get this field out so they can get some cattle out to stocks. That way we don't have to worry about messing with cattle the rest of the harvest. I guess we could get out and just check again. So on this guy, if you're overfilling it, it tends to come out right down this row. Like me and my brother pushed it up to a little over 3 miles an hour, And this started to get quite a bit of yellow corn right here. But as you can see right now, a lot of that's just cob and leftover stuff. And so we'll come back here and pull the stalks out just to kind of make sure we're not leaving too much. Then maybe check a few more. Really doesn't look too bad. I really haven't seen many kernels at all. No, this year we're running the 770, but we did upgrade. Well, I don't know if it's an upgrade. They're the same year of heads. We just got 16 rows, so we're matched up to what our planters were. We upgraded our planters this year to 16 row, and in our hills, we just felt like it was better fit to have a match up with the head, because even you get a little dog tracking every once in a while, and like it's a personal preference deal, but we just kind of wanted to have the heads match up. So far they seem to be chopping it up. These have those aggressive stock rolls on them. Yeah, I don't think we're kicking too much over. I really haven't seen many kernels out here yet. There's one. But no, we're not trying to overload these S770s. We're going slower, like I'm going about 2.5 mile an hour right now. It will get up to about 2.8 to 3 in some spots, but we're just kind of watching that harvest track, letting it do its thing, and it seems to be keeping it in the combine. That's the goal, right? We had to wait on a truck is all. Wet corn's just a little slower. So have you been in the combine yet, Garrett?
No,
Why not?
because I haven't even went with mommy because I'm at school.
Oh, you're at school? Okay, well maybe she'll bring you by sometime and we can ride in the combine. How's that?
Or maybe if she's doing supper, I'll ride with Auntie Anna or your dad.
Not me though, right? You'd rather ride with Auntie Anna or Dad?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, got a chopped liver. Alright, well we're gonna drop you off at school though right now, okay?
Okay.
Boy, you can tell it's fall time because that sun is right in the eyes. Alright, catch you in a little bit.
Bad.
On Cool Radio. Success on the farmer range requires efficient machinery. I am Ray Bohax, the hot rod farmer, and I'm going to help you maximize the reliability of your equipment. Right now, it's traveling over the western tip of Cuba, Buchanan, Fairfield, Honolulu, and Florida. We think it's going to be a big hurricane. We'll have to watch that very carefully. Rainfall forecast with the heavy winds, not too many Florida trees that can up and down the east coast all the way to southern New England. Next week, the erosion certainly will fall in the Tennessee mountains. Some elevations on some of those going to be a really short weekend. We'll check the next week or so. Right now, we're got some more. It's a funny one.
Some of these real low spots haven't lost much color yet. They're a little green, but they're not big enough to, they're still dry enough to be able to thrush through them, but it's just, they're definitely wetter, 32, 33%, 34. But then you kind of get back up into 29, 28, kind of where we want to be, or at least better. Now we're back into the drier stuff, especially on this hilltop. It gets fairly dry. Like I said before, it's going to be more variable this year just because these hilltops just can't hold the water like in the bottoms. But no, I know this is a new day, but I'm gonna wrap this video up here because it's gonna be all over the place. On our last irrigations, my brother's actually got one of those replant fields. If you've been following the station, I think he's got to water it, or is in the process of watering it the last time. So we still got quite a few things going on. Hopefully harvest will start to get full swing here. We're just kind of getting started, so we'll be seeing a little bit more of you here hopefully. All right guys, we'll catch you on the next one. Later.